Chair.
Oo, paulit-ulit lang tayo dito eh. Madam Chair, I'm sorry, pero ka-defer talaga eh. Kasi gusto po namin malaman talaga kung ano ang pinagkagastusan dito. And I'm sure very, very curious po ang lahat dito. Kasi nung in-interpolate ko po ito last time, ito talaga yung gusto nating sarhan. Pero come 1 year, hindi pa natin malaman kung saan talaga ginasta. So, Madam Chair, I think we should defer
Madam Chair, as already mentioned earlier, because of the nature po of the funds which is confidential, we cannot divulge it po. Kaya po, inaantay po namin ang action ninyo dun po sa motion.
Honorable Eileen Brosas.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, my questions are on... ito po ay tungkol sa unprogrammed appropriations, Madam Chair. Ina-audit ba ng COA ang unprogrammed appropriations?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, Congresswoman Rosas. Yes po, that is included in the audits po.
So, Madam Chair, ano yung findings ng COA sa 2022 and 2023 unprogrammed appropriations?
Ano po yan? Saan agency? Just a clarification, Madam Chair. Which agency po ang nakakalat po yung unprogrammed?
Yes, Madam Chair, siguro all of the unprogrammed appropriations na meron.
I guess they do it by agency.
By agency po.
Oh, so, ano yung meron na yan? Pero I'm sure meron sila nun, di ba?
Meron, but they do it by agency.
Agency po.
Yes, oo. Baka pwede po tayong makahingi ng copy.
What will
Can we
be po?
request a copy
Yes,
of the 2022 and 2023 unprogrammed appropriations?
For 2022 and 2023, Madam Chair, we will look for that and compile po dun sa unprogrammed and submit per agency, Madam Chair.
Yes, Madam Chair, kaya ako tinatanong to kasi gusto nating makita. No? Tumaas kasi yung unprogrammed appropriations mula 2022 tapos 2023, malayo yung proposed na unprogrammed appropriations sa NEP. Tapos yung saka yung inaprobahan sa GAA. Kaya kailangan po namin makita kung saan talaga ginamit yung napakalaking pondo ng bayan dito sa UA. So, per agency, kung kinakailangan, gusto po namin makakuha ng kopya na yon. Kasi, sa COA mandate, di ba, under Article 9D of the 1987 Philippine Constitution, ang COA ay mandated talaga na mag-examine, mag-audit, mag-settle ng lahat ng accounts pertaining to the revenue and receipts of and expenditures or uses of funds and property owned or held in trust by or pertaining to the government. Section 2.1 po yan ng ating So, yun po yung mga gusto nating malaman. Sana po before plenary ay makuha ko na yung tinatanong ko kaugnay dito. And second observation lang, I'm taking off on Kong Franz doon sa kanyang tanong na bakit yung mga agencies ngayon, yung mga audit ng agencies ngayon, bakit parang konti as compared sa dati? What is the real reason?
Actually po, actually po, we do the same audit. Yun lang pong pag-upload lang po sa website. Yun ang na-delay because of the, we adopted sa new provisions po ng GAA on the special provisions.
Pero sir, di ba parang lang naman yung method dati? Nakakapag-upload ng marami in each agencies. Ngayon, ano yung naging...
So, ang nagbago dun sa special provision is yung date ng pag-upload. So, dati kasi, ang date ng pag-upload is walang date, pero parang upon transmittal to the audited agency, ina-upload na kaagad sa website. Yun ang dating practice. Ngayon, binago natin yung special provision for 2024 na naka-indicate na pre-validation, etc. So, ang mangyayari is December na ma-upload ang audit reports. Yun ang effect nung pagpalit ng special provision for 2024.
Thank you for clarifying, Madam Chair. Yun nga lang kasi, di ba, napaka-importante sa atin ng mga audit reports. Tapos, we rely on that sa mga certain matters, especially kapag merong corruption issue. Kaya, napaka-importante sa atin yun. Kung hindi ma-i-upload agad, parang wala tayong means ng transparency. Parang, kung hindi nasasubmit yung mga annual reports ng Presidente sa Kongreso, tapos hindi nakakapag-recommend ng measures to improve yung efficiency and effectiveness ng government operations, how can we do that, Madam Chair? Yun lang, kailangan po natin, kailangan natin talaga pagtuunan ng pansin ito. Ako kasi ang iniisip ko, baka kulang sa tao, kulang sa resources, kulang sa, baka kailangan, Madam Chair, para sa check and balance, no? Transparency kasi ang gusto ng ating mga mamamayan. At ang COA po, yun ang mandate niya eh. So, mahalaga po yun sa atin, Madam Chair. So, ang sinasabi, December pa. So, December pa natin malalaman. Well, mabuti po yung Senate. Makakapag sila. But as in Congress, ongoing yung aming And gusto sana namin ma-appraise, no? Malaman kung ano talaga yung conditions ng mga agencies natin. But still, Madam Chair, on that note, Madam Chair, kasi ang COA, ang audit teams under the national, local, and corporate government sectors regularly performs financial compliance and performance audits on agencies assigned to them. May mga special audits din. Tama? So, special audits po, agency-based performance audit, government-wide performance audit, sectoral performance audit, rate audit, levy audit, marami pa, and fraud audit are being performed by the SPA office. So, sa special audits office. Kung meron pong ganito, meron po ba tayo ngayong special audit or fraud audit na kinoconduct on selected government entities on subject matters in consideration of COA's trust ngayon and strategic and advocacy po of stakeholders.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Actually po, kakatapos lang po and we already submitted to the Office of the to the House of Representatives. Yun pong formally natapos na po natin. And then ano pa yun? Si Atcom Alice po will add some.
The fraud audit report on the municipality of Mexico po is also transmitted to the House of the Representatives. Wala po, sir. And then we have an ongoing audit po on Cagayan, and the audit reports are forthcoming po within the months po. We have special audit on DepEd and other ongoing special audits po.
So, yun lang yung meron kayo na special audit. So, sa DepEd as a whole, ito pong, i-take off ko na po dun sa dun sa confidential fund. Did you have a special audit on the confidential fund po ng OVP?
Actually po, Madam Chair, there's a confidential, yung pong tinatawag na ICFAO, dun po yun, hindi naman po sa special audit yun or sa fraud audit. It's really an office dedicated to audit the use of intelligence and confidential funds. So natapos, ano po yun, may mga audit actions na po tayo dun, Madam Chair.
So, pwede niyo po ba i-divulge yung audit actions niyo doon?
Madam Chair, as already mentioned earlier, because of the nature po of the funds which is confidential, we cannot divulge it po. Kaya po, inaantay po namin ang action ninyo dun po sa motion which was mentioned by Congresswoman Franz Castro po kanina.
Yes, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, we should really take action on this kasi kung maaalala ko, babalikan lang natin, tinanong po natin kung saan ginamit yung 125 million. At gusto po yung malaman ng taong bayan, yung sagot sa 125 million. At kayo po yung makakapagsabi sa amin noon. Kayo po ang may resibo, kayo ang may dokumento, kayo ang lahat ng meron. So, Madam Chair, we should really take action on this. Kaya po, Madam Chair, siguro yung audit observations, pero may disallowance na kayo na
Hindi ko.
mabigay.
We can answer that, Madam Chair, kapag kasi po based on the nature of the ulitin ko po based on the nature of the funds, hindi po kami pwedeng mag-divulge here.
Paulit-ulit lang tayo dito eh. Madam Chair, I'm sorry, pero ka-defer talaga eh. Kasi gusto po namin malaman talaga kung ano ang pinagkagastusan dito. And I'm sure very, very curious po ang lahat dito. Kasi nung in-interpolate ko po ito last time, ito talaga yung gusto nating sarhan. Pero come 1 year, hindi pa natin malaman kung saan talaga ginasta. So, Madam Chair, I think we should defer this, kung hindi nito maibibigay yung explanation sa atin. When, in fact, tayo sa Kongreso ay merong kapangyarihan para sa oversight, Madam Chair. So, if I'm invoking that, Madam Chair, siguro naman dapat malaman talaga ng tao kung ano yung nangyari dito. Anyway, Madam Chair, I will support any action para lang makuha natin itong audit report, yung any accomplishment, kahit to accomplishment report, hindi nyo rin masabi?
Accomplishment report, Your Honors, we already submitted to the Office of the Speaker. Nag-copy furnish po ang Office of the Vice President sa Office of the Speaker, Senate President, and Office of the President. So meron po dito sa...
But the accomplishment report, you cannot divulge pa rin yun?
We don't have it right now, Your Honors, but I think we can give that kasi po meron na po naman.
So can you submit it to us, yung accomplishment report?
Okay, sige po.
But that's the accomplishment report. What about the audit findings?
Yun nga po yung binabanggit ko kanina.
Yung hindi pwede. Yun. So, Madam Chair,
Ano ba yung, what's the accomplishment report again?
Accomplishment report po is the Office of the Vice President when they use the confidential funds. After each quarter, they submit their accomplishment report to the Office of the Speaker, Office of the President, and Office of the Senate President.
And that you can submit.
You have it here po, so I guess we can submit it. Yun lang pong audit findings or audit actions, yun po ang subject to your...
At yun naman ang ating pinag-usapan kanina, that's the subject of the motion of conference that you will take up after all the briefings had been completed.
yes, okay. Thank you, Madam Chair, kasi hindi ko matanggap na hindi masabi sa akin kung may notice of disallowance. Ngayon, may suspension, nag-issue ba ng ganito, etc. Mr. Chair, Madam Chair.
Ulitin ko lang po, Madam Chair, yun po kasi because of the nature of the funds. So, yun po. But if if meron po subpoena, then we can study subpoena po para we can submit.
So, Madam Chair, yun, matigas po doon sa usapin na yun, Madam Chair. Ako, I will stand by my position. Ka-defer po yung budget na hindi natin makita kung saan ginamit yung 125 million confidential funds. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Salamat. Next to interpolate is the Honorable Salvador Plato.
Not around ba? Not around ba?
Around the Honorable Dalasco.
Not around.
Not around the Honorable Richard Simpson.
Basta rin ba?
And the Honorable Solomon Chumalaw.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And good afternoon to the COA family. My questions are very simple. Wala na ba yung pre-audit system ng COA?
Actually po, meron po kasing meron po kaming ginawang gano'n on special occasions. Kapag ka po the agency or the government office, for example, has a weak control. So meron na po kami mga ginawang gano'n, Your Honor.
So, pwede on a case-to-case basis.
Opo, for big ticket items.
I asked that chairman or the COA family kasi sa probinsya ko. Some of the officials elected are high school graduate, elementary graduate, yung mga auditors ninyo are not proactive. Hindi nga nila alam eh. They go to the auditor to ask questions, but matulungan, they don't tell them what to do. Kaya kasi gawin nyo lang ang legal conduct the post audit. Magkatapos na tapos yung post audit, they come to the home disallowing it. Kaya, natatakot na sila. Lalo na yung mga auditors who are from the same place, hindi Ifugao. Kaya sabi nila, kung pwede ba, can you ask if there can be a special occasion na the province of Ifugao or the municipality of this one may pre-audit para alam namin kung tama ginagawa namin o hindi.
Thank you for that observation and question, Honorable Congressman Chungalo. Actually po, ang amin pong marching orders sa amin po mga auditors ngayon is to help po. Wag po yung ang nangyayari po kasi after at saka lang po sasabihin na mali. So sa pagtingin ko po, sayang po yung oras, sayang din po yung pera. So ang aming po marching order is for our auditors to help po the LGUs and the districts and the government agencies para po from the beginning ay mag-guide na po sila. We will reiterate that po to our auditors, and yun pong sinasabi nyo ay yun din po ang aming gustong mangyari. Kasi po nanghihinayang po kami sa oras, nanghihinayang din po kami sa pera. Kaya po gusto po namin ay ma-assist at matulungan na ang mga LGUs, for example, na sa simula pa lang po ay tama na po yung proseso, tama na po yung ginagawa sa paggamit ng funds ng ating pong gobyerno. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Tinanong ko kasi yan, kasi sabi yung mga opisyal ko, kung hindi pwede ang audit, pwede bang i-reshuffle na lang yung mga auditor sa Ifugao who are from Ifugao to other provinces, kasi many of them are self-appointed righteous versus of the government fund, to the point na ano yung mga opisyalis, lalo they have relatives that will ask favor from the official at hindi mapabigyan, pupunta sa auditor, binapahirapan yung opisyalis. Kaya mas maganda siguro, kaya sabi nila mas maganda naman nung tagal naman na pupunta dito sa Ifugao kasi they are proactive, pinaturuan pa kami. Is that possible, Chairman?
Congressman, Honorable Chairperson, ano po, nandito po ang aming Regional Director ng CAR. I will talk to him po, kasama po kayo para makapagbigay po kami ng instructions para po matulungan kayo. Nandito po.
Yun lang ang gusto ko kasi yung many of them are coming. Paano kami makakapag-labor porque kami ay elementary graduate, kahit graduate, kaya kami nakapindatusan at tinalaga. Kaya sa mga service namin, pagkatapos pupunta yung auditor, parang kwasya sibil na ginaganyan kung magkamali. Hatakin na lang. That's my concern. So, I hope I will have the CEO Director from the CAR, Chairman.
Opo.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, after the hearing po, Congressman, I will introduce you to our CAR RD and makapag-usap po tayo kung ano po ang kailangan gawin para matulungan po ang mga officials in your province. Salamat po.
Siguro pwede, siguro not after the hearing, maybe I will just make appointment with the Director. But with your permission, Chairman.
Of course po,
Thank you.
salamat.
Thank you, Chairman.
Salamat.